Welcome dear students and followers of KLR Virtual Academy. In this session, we will be discussing about the scope and importance of statistics. The scope and importance of statistics. Scope concept concerned with areas where statistics became more prominent, or the application of statistics was prominent in such areas can be discussed in the name of scope of statistics, whereas importance of statistics means application of statistics by individuals, groups, organizations, and governments and other disciplines where statistics was an important aid or important parameter to be used. ప్రియమైనటువంటి విద్యార్థులారా, ఈ చర్చా కార్యక్రమానికి స్వాగతం. ఈ చర్చలో మనము గణాంక శాస్త్రం యొక్క పరిధి మరియు ప్రాముఖ్యతను మనం చర్చిద్దాము. పరిధి అనగా ఏ రంగాల్లో గణాంక శాస్త్రాన్ని ఉపయోగిస్తున్నారో మనము చర్చించవచ్చు. అట్లాగే ప్రాముఖ్యత అనగా ఒక రకంగా ఉపయోగాలుగా కూడా చెప్పచ్చు. ఎవరు ఏ విధంగా ఉపయోగిస్తున్నారు అనేదైనా దాన్ని మనం ప్రాముఖ్యతగా మనము పేర్కొంటాం. సో స్టాటిస్టిక్స్, అగైన్ ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్ దట్ ఈజ్ ఏ బ్రాంచ్ ఆఫ్ సైన్స్ concerned with collection, presentation, analysis and interpretation of numerical data from logical analysis as per Croxton and Cowden. And another definition you can go through, it is the science of estimation or estimates and probabilities. So as per this is a science, branch of science concerned with preparation of numerical information going through collection, presentation, analysis, interpretation, estimation and probability. This is the simple tagline for statistics. So గణాంక శాస్త్రం అనగా దత్తాంశాన్ని సేకరించి, సమర్పించి, విశ్లేషించి, ప్రతిక్షేపించి, అంచనా వేసి, సంభావ్యత నిర్ధారించే శాస్త్రముగా ఈ రెండు నిర్వచనాలు చెప్తున్నాయండి. స్థూలంగా చెప్పాలంటే గణాంక శాస్త్రము ఏం చేస్తుందండి? సాంఖ్యక సమాచారాన్ని అందజేసే శాస్త్రము. ఈ క్రమంలో దత్తాంశ సేకరణ, సమర్పణ, విశ్లేషణ, ప్రతిక్షేపణ, తర్వాత అంచనా వేయట, తర్వాత సంభావ్యత నిర్ధారణ మొదలగు అనేక అంశాలు ఇమిడి ఉంటాయి అని అర్థం. చూద్దాం మరి ఇదే నిర్వచనం ఆధారంగా గణాంక శాస్త్రం యొక్క ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఏంటి అనేది మనం తీసుకోవచ్చు, రైట్? సో ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఆఫ్ స్టాటిస్టిక్స్ కెన్ బి categorized in three ways. Importance of statistics to the common man, importance of statistics to the business organizations, importance of statistics to the governments or civil administration, and importance of statistics in other areas. Namely, four phases or four categories can be discussed or deliberated whenever the topic of importance of statistics was taken place. So విద్యార్థులారా, గణాంక శాస్త్రం యొక్క ప్రాముఖ్యతను మనం ప్రధానంగా 4 అంశాల ఆధారంగా మనము వర్గీకరించి చదువుకోవచ్చు. గణాంక శాస్త్రం యొక్క ఉపయోగం సాధారణ వ్యక్తులకు, సామాన్యమైనటువంటి ప్రజానికానికి గణాంక శాస్త్రం ఏ విధంగా ఉపయోగపడుతుందో చర్చించవచ్చు. అలాగే వ్యాపార సంస్థలకు వ్యాపార నిర్వహణలో ఎలా ఉపయోగపడుతుందో చర్చించవచ్చు. అలాగే పౌర పరిపాలన వ్యవస్థలో ప్రభుత్వ యంత్రాంగానికి, ప్రభుత్వాలకు ఏ విధంగా గణాంక శాస్త్రం ఉపయోగపడుతుందో చర్చించవచ్చు. అలాగే ఇతర రంగాల్లో, ఇతర శాస్త్రాల్లో, ఇతర విభాగాల్లో గణాంక శాస్త్రం యొక్క ఉపయోగాన్ని మనం చర్చించవచ్చు. ఇక్కడ ఇంపార్టెన్స్, ప్రాముఖ్యత, పరిధిని మనము ప్యారలల్ సెన్స్ లోనే అర్థం చేసుకోవడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేద్దాం. ఓకే, సో హియర్ ఇంపార్టెన్స్ అండ్ స్కోప్ విల్ బి కవర్డ్ by discussing all these aspects. Right? Let us start with the importance of statistics to the common man. Common man, who are we? We are also using, we are living with numbers, we are dying with numbers, we are surviving with numbers. Many ways and many times we are associated with numbers since from our birth to death. A common man supposed to use statistics, of course, may not be called as this is a scientific statistics, but numbers. Statistics is a parallel word to the numbers. A common homemaker, a woman, supposed to use statistics whenever she is preparing a food. She used to quantify the grocery whenever she is supposed to cook food or prepare food. If a person added addition to their existing family member, then she is supposed to increase the quantity of grocery, whereas vice versa also. So this is the best example, and she is using sampling technique in order to test and taste the food. This is the best example. A student is supposed to trace out his day-to-day activities regard to timetable. Based on timetable, he is, allocating his time regard to his day-to-day life, particularly to the schooling and other works. Whenever we lost a thing, misplaced a thing, you are supposed to develop some cues and clues based on numbers to trace out where it was supposed to there in the previous day, where it was there, like making some cues and clues. You are supposed to trace out that one. A farmer used number regard to seeing of seeds, cultivation process, and usage of pesticides also is taking consideration of numbers regard to usage of water with the pesticides and fertilizers, something, right? So this is some important aspect. We are also using numbers in our day-to-day life regard to transportation, mode of transportation. For example, if you want to go Hyderabad, you have only 3 hours, right? Here 3 hours is numbers. Then you are certainly used to exercise some work regard to choose the mode of transportation, whether to go bus or whether to go train or whether to choose another way. Of course, this is an important, an application of statistics in our day-to-day life. Calendar is the best example for our day-to-day life statistical analysis or statistical support. Even a layman used to trick on calendar regard to collection of milk packets, collection of grocery, or collection of which is regularly happening or occurring. After the end of the month, by counting the ticks or the star marks, he can or she can conclude that how many number of milk packets were consumed during this month, how many pairs of dresses were given to the laundryman. So these are some application of statistics by the common man or woman in our day-to-day life, simply. So dear students, రోజువారీ జీవితంలో మనం స్టాటిస్టిక్స్ ని చాలా రూపాల్లో ఉపయోగిస్తున్నాం. ఒక గృహిణి వంట చేసేటప్పుడు ఆ వంట ఉడికిందా లేదా టెస్ట్ చేస్తుంది. దీని శాంప్లింగ్ టెక్నిక్. ఇది మనము స్టాటిస్టిక్స్ లో విరివిగా ఉపయోగించే సాధనము. అలాగే ఆహార పదార్థాలు తయారు చేసే సమయంలో ఏ పదార్థాన్ని ఏ పరిమాణంలో వాడాలి అనే విషయంలో తను సాంకేతికంగా కాకుండా మానసికంగా ఒక రకమైనటువంటి దీన్ని మనం ఒక మేధోపరమైనటువంటి అంశంగా భావిస్తూ అంకెల ఆధారంగా లేదా ఉజ్జాయింపు పరిమాణం ఆధారంగానే వంటల పరిమాణం పెంచడం కానీ, అదనంగా ఒక కొత్త వ్యక్తి వచ్చాడు, అదనంగా ఎంత బియ్యం వాడాలి, తనకు ఒక లెక్క అనేది ఉంటుంది. ఈ రకంగా వంట వండేటప్పుడు మనము స్టాటిస్టిక్స్ని ఉపయోగిస్తాం. అట్లాగే విద్యార్థులు టైం టేబుల్ ఆధారంగా సమయం కేటాయించుకొని రోజువారీ కార్యకలాపాలు మరియు వారి యొక్క పాఠశాల లేదా కళాశాల కార్యకలాపాలను నిర్వర్తించుకుంటారు. అట్లాగే ఏదైనా వస్తువు మనం ఎక్కడైనా మిస్ప్లేస్ అయిందనుకోండి, అప్పుడు కూడా మనము గత సమాచారం ఆధారంగా, గత వివరాల ఆధారంగా మనం ఏం చేస్తాం, కొన్ని రకాల క్లూస్ డెవలప్ చేసుకొని వాటిని ట్రేస్ అవుట్ చేయడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేస్తాం. అలాగే ప్రయాణం చేసేటప్పుడు ప్రయాణ సాధనాన్ని, ప్రయాణ మాధ్యమాన్ని నిర్ధారించే క్రమంలో కూడా మీరు ఏం చేస్తుంటారండి, మళ్ళీ ఇక్కడ కూడా అంకెల్ని ఉపయోగిస్తారు. అందుబాటులో ఉన్న సమయం ఎంత, మార్గం ఎంత, ఆటో ద్వారా వెళ్తే ఎంత సమయం పడుతుంది, బస్ ద్వారా వెళ్తే ఎంత సమయం పడుతుంది, మొదలగు కార్యకలాపాల మీద మీ యొక్క దృష్టి ఉంటుంది. ఇది మనము డే టు డే. అలాగే క్యాలెండర్లో ట్రిక్ చేసుకుంటారు. చదువు రాని వాళ్ళు కూడా పాల ప్యాకెట్ల విషయంలో, తర్వాత ఇస్త్రీ బట్టల విషయంలో, ఇంకా ఇతరత్ర అంశాల విషయంలో వాటి గుర్తులు, సంకేతాల రూపంలో క్యాలెండర్ మీద ట్రిక్ చేసుకుంటారు. ఈ రకంగా క్యాలెండర్ మీద ట్రిక్ చేసుకోవడం అంటే ఏంటంటే దత్తాంశ నమోదు లేదా సేకరణ అనుకోవచ్చు. దాన్ని బట్టి మళ్ళీ ఒక కన్క్లూజన్కి వస్తారు, నెల పూర్తి కాగానే ఎన్ని యూనిట్ల పాల ప్యాకెట్లు కొన్నారు అని. రైట్. కాకపోతే దీన్ని మనం ఫిజికల్గా ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేయలేం. ఇదంతా కూడా మనము ఇన్నర్ థింకింగ్, కాగ్నిటివ్ ప్రాసెస్, అంటే మన మైండ్లో దీన్ని మనము ఊహించుకోవచ్చు. సో దీస్ ఆర్ సమ్ కాగ్నిటివ్ స్టాటిస్టిక్స్ యూజ్డ్ బై because they are not exhibited or they are not established by the day-to-day life. That's why this is a cognitive manner or cognitive process. That's why this is called as cognitive statistics, being used by a common man, even a illiterate person, in order to take part of their day-to-day life. So these are some applications of statistics in our day-to-day life. Then we are moving importance of statistics to the state. That we are so far we are saying that statistics is the art, science of statecraft, because statistics, statistic, all are the base words for statistics, from Latin to Italian, some German, Japan, and something what it may be Germany, and some French words. All are meaning that state or state affairs. Right? In original days, in the earlier days, statistics was designed and defined particularly for dealing with state affairs regard to collection of data, regard to revenue, expenses, and some army details and something. That's why this is a science of statehood or statecraft. Right? So far, we are discussing statistics applications. We must go and we must consider about its usage into the state. State stands here, maybe a central government, maybe a state government, maybe a district level administrative, district bodies or district governments, or maybe local governments or mandal level or local governments like panchayat, nagar panchayat, what it may be. Everything here parallelly used as state, right? If you make a glance of this one, statistics are being used prominently by state affairs, particularly in civil administration, regard to planning and administration, right? We have well known in the world as a planned economy along with Russia, right? So planned economy is nothing but projecting future expenditure and investments and focusing on a particular section towards its sustainable development. That's why planned economy was made India to be strong, even though the recession taken place in the world will not affect our nation because of our planned and controlled economy. Right? Next one. So statistics are important. Statistics are important support towards developing, designing and laying down of plans and implementation of that one. Next one, administration also. So administration is nothing but top level activities concerned with the overall lay down of the objectives and their monitoring policies and so and so. That's why planning and administration involves decision making, strategy making, and policy formulation. So whenever decision making, policy formulation and something taken place, definitely you need information. So statistics provides sophisticated numerical information. It provides some tools and techniques towards to analyze your decisions, to analyze your data. It aids in collection of data, classification of data, analysis of data, interpretation of data, and also it used in data presentation also. And it allows us to compare the situations. It allows us to study the relationship between cause and, the particular phenomena and cause and effect issues. It allows us to test and it allows us to develop hypothesis and makes us to develop hypothesis testing also. So statistical methods provides better planning and administration to the state. So planning is the foremost step of any kind of administration of any kind of activity. And next one, if you go through this welfare activities, right? So our country is welfare nation. We are focusing much and more on welfare of children, welfare of women, welfare of students, welfare of old aged, welfare of widow people, welfare of some other in the form of social security, right? So in order to identify the need of welfare, in order to develop or formulate welfare schemes, we need particular information. Not only information, it allows us to review the decisions taken by your predecessors. So in the sense, whatever that welfare schemes being implemented by your previous people will be reviewed, and you need to make a correction or reorder or relocate the actual target people who need these welfare benefits. So in order to identify the beneficiary of your welfare schemes, you need statistics. In order to formulate some policy to provide welfare schemes to the target people, you need statistics, right? That's why in our country we have many more welfare schemes like Ayushman Bharat by Government of India, Aarogyasri by Government of Telangana, E-Pass by Government of Telangana, I-Pass by Government of Telangana, Asara Pinchan by Government of Telangana, MSME schemes by Government of India in the form of Atmanirbhar Bharat, Vocal to Local. These are some recent topics. Recent policies or decisions taken by all governments at their respective levels with the help of statistics, right? So next one, education, right? This is an important aspect. We have some different layers of education system in our country, like primary education, +2 education, higher education, technical education, and research related education. So far we have AICTE, UGC, IMA, and some other monitoring bodies are there, right? So education is an important aid to civil development. That's why governments are focusing, providing education, like Free Education, Right to Education Act, Education to All. These are some recent trends nowadays. We are seeing in the form of some policies and schemes. So all these needs statistical information, all these needs analysis, all these needs data review and testing also. Regard to health and medical and health, you can discuss it as medical and health. So far, designing of some medical and health schemes are being the output of statistical analysis, right? We have many more schemes like CDPC. It stands for providing nutrition food to the pregnant women and as well as the kids also. We have some KCR kit in Government of Telangana. We have some Suraksha scheme in Government of India. We have some NHRM policies. All these are providing medical and health facilities to the people, particularly who are under below poverty line. Ayushman Bharat, like Aarogyasri, providing free medical treatment. So many kind of decisions were taken place in the recent 10 to 20 years by all levels of governments with regard, with the advent of usage of statistics. It aids, it provides proper information who are the needy people or target beneficiaries, and what are the existing policies, schemes available, and what will be the new one if it would be implemented, and it will be implemented. Next one, industrial development, right? So in the second 5-year plan, I think you might have remembered that our Government of India focused on industrial development. During this time, industrial policy was developed, industrial acts were developed, companies acts were enacted, and so many kinds of assistance were given to the regional balance development of industries. So regional balance development in the sense, generally whenever you are supposed to establish an industrial development, organization, you need to study the push factors and pull factors. So push factors and pull factors will decide whether to or where to locate the industry. This is regard to location of industry. But as per government concern, it is the government, right? Fundamental duty of the government to provide industrial development in all areas, irrespective of pull and push factor. That's why many kinds of industries were developed by the Government of India, and concerned state governments are in joint nature in all over the country. So this is an important issue. Regard to development of, establishment of industries, regard to laying down of industrial laws and rules and industrial policy resolutions, you need sophisticated information. Statistics definitely enables, provides you regard to laying down of industrial policies and their implementation. Of course, review of the industrial policies also. Next one, resource utilization. This is an important aspect regard to governments in terms of depleted resources. You have some rejuvenating resources, you have some natural resources, right? So statistics provides the database regard to in the form of proper collection and proper classification and simplification of data, and they used to present the resource availability. Based on that availability, you are supposed to match the resources along its requirements or the place where it is supposed to deploy. So deployment of resources can be done with proper information only. That's why statistics an important tool. This is not only application of resources, this is also identifying or locating hidden resources also. Recently in the paper you might have seen in Andhra Krishna Basin, you have some 2 million cubic methane gas were identified by usage of statistics in geology. Right? This is the world's largest resource base ever, located in the history of civilization. That's why statistics, usage of statistics in geology and meteorology, some other disciplines provides information of location and their application also. And policy formulation, policy is a standby, a broader decision that impacts the entire organizations. Governments of state, central are supposed to make some policy decisions regard to So this is